Hi guys, welcome back. So this is going to be your April 2024 forecast, or let's take a look at what's in store for you, what to look forward to, or what are the energies this month of April 2024. Let's go ahead and get started. Spirit guides, archangels, and angels, please provide some guided messages for the collective. Let's see, what are the energies, what to look forward to this April 2024. You got the Seven of Wands, Princess of Pentacles, Four of Swords, Sun in reverse, Three of Wands, okay, and then you have the Queen of Wands in reverse. Bottom of the deck, Six of Pentacles in reverse. Wow. Oh my gosh. So here's what I'm seeing for the collective for the month of April 2024. Definitely I'm picking up a lot of heavy energies here, all right? And so I feel that the collective is being advised by Spirit to take a breather. Especially got the Four of Swords in your cards, all right? Because there's a lot of turbulent energies that I'm picking up. And I feel it's also brought about by the recent lunar eclipse. And I believe this month of April 2024 will also be experiencing the effects of the solar eclipse. And I'm not a professional astrologer, but as far as I'm concerned, we also have the Mercury retrograde happening this April 2024. So you can expect that there's a lot of turbulent energies, a lot of, chaotic energies or crazy energies that you might be experiencing or feeling. And so Spirit is actually saying, make sure that you try to take a step back. This is a time to take a breather with the Four of Swords. Don't force things, because that's actually what I'm hearing. I keep on hearing that. This is not a perfect time to be controlling the situation. Remember, with the Four of Swords, this as a reminder from Spirit to just allow things to just be, all right? To take a risk. And at the same time, I'm also hearing very strongly that for the month of April 2024, it's very, very important that you choose your battles wisely, all right? And what I actually heard very strongly is that there is a tendency that some of the collective either might be saying some things that they would later on be regretting. So be mindful of your communication, all right, or what you're saying. And at the same time, I'm also hearing from Spirit that this is also a month in which you really needed to exercise balance or patience. Some of the collective are also going to be looking to those things. I'm also hearing that right now, in which the collective will be reflecting on the things that doesn't give them happiness or balance any longer. And maybe this is actually going to help some of the collective to finally accept the reality of things or embrace the reality of things so that they can finally release it or they can actually finally let it go. All right? But another message that's coming through from Spirit, that even though we're actually seeing some heavy energies, chaotic energies, Spirit is encouraging for the collective to be very positive, especially with the Sun card, and at the same time to have faith and to keep on going with the Seven of Wands. Well, let's try to pull up another set of cards. What else, Spirit? What to look forward to? What are the energies this April 2024? Patience. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I was just talking about that. Whoa. Whoa. Remember what I just said? This is a time not to force things, okay? Don't try to force things. Even when it comes to making a decision, don't rush, all right? Be patient. This is a time for the collective to be patient. Most especially that we might be experiencing, a lot of turbulent energy still. Whoa. What else? Conclusions are within reach. Exactly. So I really feel that before we actually either decide about something or before we actually kind of like, um, yeah, judge a particular situation, it's very important that you try to take a step back. Don't rush into things. Don't actually just judge a situation right away just because this is what you're seeing, is also what I'm hearing right now from Spirit. So again, to put it in a general way, patience is really the key as well for the month of April 2024. On top of exercising balance, okay? And then you got friends and colleagues. So for some of you guys, maybe this is related to the people around you. Not necessarily that this is about a friend or this is about a coworker or a colleague. It's people in general. So what I'm actually hearing right now from Spirit, that for the month of April 2024, it's very, very important, okay, that we try to exercise patience. Let us not try to judge even a person, okay, right away, just because of this person's doing this. And maybe there is a tendency for the collective to be kind of like, again, judging the situation or this particular person right away. Be mindful about that, all right? Because remember, the energies are quite erratic, and there's a tendency that people either would be making hasty decisions or would be judging something right away or saying some things right away without thinking about it. Remember that? That is the advice or the warning that I'm hearing from Spirit. For others of you, what I'm also hearing very strongly is that if this is around love and romance, or because I'm hearing that right now, somebody watching this collective reading, you've been manifesting to start a relationship or to be in a much more serious relationship with a particular person. And this is for those who are still seeing this person. I'm hearing that right now. This is not for those who are actually kind of like wanting to manifest a past person back. All right. This is for those who are still seeing this individual. And maybe you are becoming impatient, like you always wanted something to happen, like you really wanted for the connection to grow. And Spirit is actually saying that's why I got the patience card. Don't rush things. Don't force things to happen. Okay? Take your time. Take your time. This is not the time to be controlling the situation just because this is what you wanted to happen. Allow things to grow. That's what I'm hearing right now for someone out there. Okay? Because otherwise, you might lose it. Remember, there is a heavy and a strong caution for the collective that before you do something, before you say something, before you actually judge a situation or a person, think about it first. And that's why you got the patience card. Don't rush. Otherwise, you might be saying some things and then you would be later on regretting it because it resulted in a conflict, all right? Or you might be actually deciding to do this and then later on saying to yourself, oh my gosh, I wish I shouldn't have done those things, all right? So again, patience is the key for the month of April 2024. The masculine. Okay. Solar plexus chakra. Okay. And then you got the goddess. Wow, we got the masculine energy and the feminine energy. Whoa. This is really beautiful. All right, so another advice from Spirit, especially for the month of April 2024, is that the collective is being encouraged to balance their yin and yang energies, all right? We were just talking about balance earlier. So balance is also part of the key as well this month of April 2024. It's very important that we try to balance both. We all have masculine and feminine aspect. Make sure that you try to create balance in those two, okay? That's also part of the message. And I'm also hearing very strongly as well that there's something around self-confidence, because this goddess card is also talking about that. Maybe some of you guys might be feeling less of yourself. You're beginning to doubt yourself. You're not feeling as confident as before, or you might be feeling less empowered. And no wonder you got the solar plexus chakra. Haven't you noticed there's a lot of yellows? In terms of chakras, this is also what the collective needed to put their focus on healing, most especially if you are going to be feeling these things, in which you're feeling less confident, you are beginning to doubt yourself, you're not feeling empowered, you're actually looking at yourself in a very small way. That's it. It's a sign that you also needed to cleanse or clear any solar plexus chakra blockage as well. All right, which is quite interesting. Let me go back to the cards they got at the very start of the reading. Actually, this one, you still remember the sun card they got at the very beginning. It's actually in reverse. In upright, confidence is actually the meaning as well of the sun card. All right, on top of it's talking about happiness or positivity. But this is also the ego. All right. And so I'm really getting here that for the month of April 2024, the collective is being encouraged by spirit to, again, to stay empowered or to allow themselves to feel empowered. If you've been experiencing all of these challenges, then maybe this is what the collective needed to work out on. Cleanse or clear any solar plexus chakra blockages, because there is a tendency that the collective would be feeling insecure, or you might be feeling insecure, you might be feeling less of yourself, you're not believing in yourself anymore, all right? And if you are going to be experiencing those things, then this is the advice from spirit. Switch that thought. Believe that you are important, believe that you're good enough, believe that you are unique, and at the same time, like what I said, there is a need to cleanse or clear all of these chakra blockages, because when it's actually blocked, notice that you will be feeling, again, less empowered. You will begin to feel as if that you're not motivated to do something, all right? Or you begin to think negatively about yourself or about the situation. So I feel that, yeah, solar plexus chakra, in terms of chakra, is really, really significant for the month of April 2024. Most especially if you're really going to be feeling those imbalances, or if you're actually kind of like feeling as if that, yeah, you are not worthy enough, or you're actually kind of like feeling as if that you're so small, all right? Because remember, you got the sun card in reverse. So there's really something about insecurities or lack in self-confidence. Yeah, most especially if you feel as if that you're not getting what you want, since you got the Nine of Cups. And Nine of Cups is all about wish or hope. And just because you're actually not getting what you want, then this is going to be putting you in a space of lack, or you would begin to doubt yourself now. You will begin to feel frustrated or disappointed, all right? Like you are going to be questioning yourself. You're feeling as if that you're not worthy and all that, just because you're not getting what you're hoping for. And so again, it is a reminder from spirit to be mindful of that, all right? That is not true. Believe that you're important. Believe that whatever it is that you've been manifesting, in the right time, you will be getting it. Maybe what needs to be exercised, it's patience, like what I said, all right? I even heard that very specific message earlier, in which somebody watching this collective reading, and I heard specifically from spirit, it's love related, that you might be kind of like wanting to be in a relationship or start a relationship with this person that you are, yeah, either friends with right now, or you guys are co-workers, all right? And what I heard from spirit, this is somebody that you are currently seeing. Okay, I don't know who is this for, but it's a very, very important and heavy message for someone out there. And what your guys are saying is that do not rush the situation. Don't try to control the situation. It's about time to exercise patience. Allow things to just be, all right? I don't know what's that for, because there is a tendency that you might actually feel less of yourself just because of you're not getting what you want. You might feel as if that maybe I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not pretty enough. What is missing in me? What is lacking in me? Maybe that's why this person is not making a move towards me. I'm hearing that very, very strongly. And that was so powerful. I don't know, is that for, but you really needed to hear that message, okay? But to put it in a general way, there is a tendency for the collective to be feeling insecure this month of April 2024. So shift your thoughts, shift your focus. Don't listen to what that, negative self-talk that you might be doing or might be, hearing in your mind that you are this, you are that. That's not true, okay? Oh my gosh, you got the healing chaos. What did I say at the very start of the reading? Expect that the energy is really going to be chaotic for majority of the collective, of course, this month of April 2024. And that's why I said, right, at the very start of the reading, it's very important to stay grounded. All right. Exercise patience. That's number one. Stay balanced. And you can achieve balance by taking a step back, by grounding your energies. All right. And that's why you also got the Four of Swords at the very start of the reading. Four of Swords is all about rest and rejuvenation. So this is a time for the collective to take a step back, most especially if you will be feeling all these heavy energies. Some of you guys have been experiencing it already, most especially if you're sensitive to energies just like me. And that's why prior to all these lunar eclipse, solar eclipse thing, really trying, to create some boundaries. I have to create boundaries, even with people, because there's some people who doesn't really respect the boundaries that you have been establishing, and I have no control over that. But it's very important to detach from people who's giving you a lot of negativity, all right? And it's never selfish. It's called wisdom. It's called self-preservation, okay? Most especially if we've been experiencing all of these heavy energies, we have to take the time to be gentle with ourselves. Take a step back, all right? Rest. Don't force things. That's really what I'm hearing over and over again. So yeah, the energies are really going to be chaotic, and therefore, that's why I got the Four of Swords. It's really important to ground. It's really important to take a breather, all right? Because remember, Four of Swords is talking about mental exhaustion. So I feel that this is another message from Spirit, not to overthink, not to overanalyze the situation. Because remember, I heard earlier, there is a tendency for the collective to be jumping into something right away, either making hasty decision, judging a situation or a person right away, So instead of doing that, take a step back, all right? Be patient. Don't rush into it right away. Yeah, yin in reverse. Oh my gosh. I can't freaking believe this. You got the Goddess card. We were just talking about yin and yang earlier, all right? So, like what I said, for the month of April 2024, it's very important to balance those two aspects because we all have masculine and feminine within each of us, all right? So, the yin and the yang. And now we're seeing the yin in reverse. When the yin is actually in reverse, it is a message that maybe some of the collective, especially the divine feminine watching this collective reading, you might be kind of like doing the opposite. Either you're always wanting to take action, you're always wanting to be the one initiating everything, you're always kind of like, being too aggressive in doing something. And so Spirit is actually saying, most especially if we're resonating with that maybe it's about time to balance the yin energy, all right? Most especially for that very specific message I'm hearing earlier, like somebody watching this collective reading, you might be always the one kind of like coming up with plans, initiating action towards a particular person that you like, all right? And so Spirit is saying that maybe, it's a lesson for you as well to go within and look at yourself. Maybe there is an imbalance. Maybe I'm operating more from my divine masculine space. And we have to balance both, all right? Especially if you're divine feminine. Because they're showing me here that the yin energy is in reverse. Yin is all about receiving, all right? So I feel that if you are divine feminine or a woman watching this, because again, this reading is not gender specific, so let's just put it this way. If you are the divine feminine, it's very important to balance your yin energy, okay? Maybe you're operating more from the masculine. That's why I got the masculine card earlier as well. Well, so I'm really picking up a lot of energies around imbalances, okay? Either this is part of what the collective would be experiencing for the month of April. So that's why it's very important to take a step back. It's very important to stay centered or to get your balance back, especially with the chaos going on. Yeah, you got the listening card. Oh my gosh, and then broken open. Whoa, I'm already hearing a very specific message right now just by looking at these two cards. But let me just pull up one more first. And haven't you noticed there's a lot of, cards where there's someone resting or meditating? This is the key for the month of April 2024. Most especially, you got the Healing Chaos card. So like what I said, the majority of you guys can actually experience this, or you might be already experiencing it. And if you are, it's very important to ground. It's very important to take a step back. It's very important to meditate. Okay? Well, let's get one last card first before we discuss this. Fear. Oh my gosh, right. I can't believe this. Okay. So here's what I'm seeing. I feel that for the collective for the month of April, okay, 2024, like what I said, this is a perfect time to ground or to stay centered and balanced during turbulent times. And I'm saying turbulent because we've even, seen the Healing Chaos card. That's a validation from Spirit. So it's really important to stay grounded, all right? So you can actually, be a lot more calm, or you can actually stay centered during these times. And at the same time, for those who are resonating with, maybe you're confused about something, or maybe you are actually kind of like feeling very much, overwhelmed about a particular thing that you're going through. Your guides are actually saying this is a time for you to meditate, okay? As we all know, meditation also brings answers, or it brings clarity. That's why your crown chakra is also all lit up, okay? So I'm getting here that for those who are resonating with that, your guides are saying it's very important to meditate during these times, all right? Especially if you're seeking for some guidance, if you're seeking for some help from your guides or your ancestors, or if you're actually troubled by some sort of like a decision, they're encouraging for you to take a step back, go within, meditate, and listen to what your inner voice is saying, okay? And speaking of listening, what I heard earlier is that the guides are saying, this is not the time for you to be listening to those negative self-talk, all right? Or any negative messages that if it's not coming from you or how you see yourself, it might be from other people, all right? Try to detach, release yourself from anything that's only bringing you negativity, because that's not going to help you in your situation. It's going to make things worse. For some of you, maybe you are embracing fear. You're listening or giving power more to the energy of fear. And that's also something that the collective really needed to look into, that they need to release, all right? Do not embrace fear. Fear is definitely going to be limiting you, all right? And it's going to be putting you in a very low vibrational state, because fear is the lowest vibrational energy and love is the highest. Always remember that, okay? So let's actually pull up this deck. What you look forward to, what are the energies? Are you kidding me? Oh, what the freak, man? This is creepy. You saw me shuffle, right? I can't make that up. What did I say about, I noticed there's a lot of cards around rest. There's a person meditating and all that. Oh my gosh. Now, guess what? It says meditation. Routine, breath, quiet, and peace. Yes. Since we're seeing a lot of heavy energies based on the cards that we actually, pulled up, it's very, very necessary that for this month, the collective needed to really, take a step back. all right? In order for you to achieve peace, maybe, you need to detach from certain, people. You need to detach from any form of negativity. You need to just go with it, all right? Meditation is really, really the key for the collective for this month, as well as grounding so you can stay centered. Whoa, this is creepy, man. I can't believe the synchronicity. Let's pull up more. Yeah, you got the angelic. And then you got 6 of Wands. All right. So this is nice. What Spirit is actually saying that, yeah, for any instances, all right, not just because we just had this lunar eclipse or we're about to experience a solar eclipse or because of the Mercury retrograde, Spirit is actually saying don't give in to fear, all right? Don't add more stress to what you're already experiencing, all right? Or don't give energy to fear at all because it's going to be making things worse. Spirit is actually saying that what's important that for any instance that you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling stressed out, you're feeling that there's a lot of chaotic energies that you have been experiencing, take a step back, all right? Ground yourself and pray or meditate, okay? You're being divinely supported and guided. Always remember that. And Spirit is also saying with the 6 of Wands that this too shall pass, all right? You will definitely be able to overcome any particular challenge or struggles that you're faced with. Wow. Wow. And again, there's an image of the sun. Haven't you noticed? Gosh, this is creepy. There's a lot of synchronicity in this reading. Regardless whether this is actually talking about the solar eclipse, all right, or what, since there's actually a lot of images of the sun or yellows. And like what I said, you got the solar plexus chakra. So remember, you guys, it's very, very important to work on that chakra. For others of you, I'm hearing root as well as crown. Anywho, let's move on to the next set of cards. I feel like pulling up the tea leaf fortune cards now. Let's do that. What else? All right, you got the leg card. Short journey. Okay. Hammock. See? Taking a vacation. What the freak, man? You got the 4 of Swords, which is all about taking a break, taking a rest. You got the meditation card. Well, and now you got taking a vacation. Maybe not necessarily that this is talking about you taking a trip somewhere, but if that's going to help you, so you can detach from the heaviness or chaotic energy, so you can actually relax, then do so, all right? But like what I said, this is not the time for the collective. That's why I got the yin in reverse, all right? And then you got the masculine card, which is another message that's coming through right now from Spirit, that this is not the time to be forcing so much action. All right? As much as you wanted to take action about something, maybe this is a time to relax. All right? Don't force things. Take a breather. Rest. Allow things to just happen. Okay? That's another message I'm hearing right now. My gosh, that was so specific from Spirit. And then for others of you, there's a possibility that you might be stepping to a new experience. Some of you are really going to be traveling, though, because you got the journey and then you got taking a vacation. So some of you are really going to be doing that. And if this is actually going to be helping you to feel more at ease and at peace, do so, like what I said, all right? But this is just a message as well from Spirit to take a breather, all right? Most especially that a lot of the collective would be experiencing some, turbulent energies or chaotic energies. Then you have the Forest card. Yeah, most especially if you have been feeling so confused recently. I was just talking about that earlier. Even, during this lunar eclipse, a lot of people are feeling so confused. I noticed that. I myself, all right? Like, I could really feel the confusing energy. Like, you're not thinking straight. Okay, that's why I said earlier, grounding is very, very necessary, because when you're not grounded, notice that you're having a hard time focusing. You're feeling tired, you're feeling exhausted, you're feeling all over the place. All right. And that's exactly why you keep on getting a lot of cards around meditation. Grounding, meditation is the key, as well as patience and balance for the month of April. Believe me, you guys, okay? So, yeah, especially if you've been feeling all these confusing energies, don't try to force things to get the answers right here, right now, all right? Don't rush into things. Wow, you got the Woman card. And then you have the dog close-up. All right. So, what I'm actually hearing very strongly, especially with this Woman card, since we got the Goddess card earlier, and then you got the Yin in reverse, this is a time for the collective to embrace as well their feminine energy. It's a different message from what I heard earlier, okay? Only take what applies. Let's actually remind you guys of the first message when I actually saw the Yin in reverse. And it's actually quite a specific message for someone out there, though, in which, for those that are resonating with, maybe you're not realizing you're always taking action. You're more of like operating from the divine masculine. You're always the one initiating action towards this person that you like. And Spirit is saying it's about time to balance your yin energy, okay? Especially if you are a divine feminine watching this collective reading. And then the second message I'm hearing, which is still related to the divine feminine, okay, since you got the Goddess card, and then you got the Yin card as well earlier, this is also a time for the collective to embrace the feminine aspect, in which you need to be more compassionate and gentle with yourself, all right? This is not the perfect time to be really, forcing things to happen. You're taking action all the time, all right? Try to ground. Try to be more compassionate with yourself. Be gentle with yourself. And that's why you got this Woman card over here. For some of you, I'm actually seeing here that you will be either, hanging out with friends. I'm also hearing that very strongly since you got the friend card as well. I'm also hearing that some of you might be meeting a new friend during a trip. I don't know what this is for. This is very, very random or very specific. Somebody's going to be traveling, really, like literally either taking a vacation somewhere, and you might be meeting a new friend. Not for all of you, but I'm hearing that for someone out there, of course. Okay, what else? Let's try the fortune card now. Let's see. What to look forward to. What are the energies this April 2024? Okie dokie, what is this? Marriage. Okay, let's go to page 20. Let's see here. Marriage or commitment potential extremely high, can also relate to business commitment. Okay, so it says here, you have just come through a very restless period in your life and you were not sure which directions to take. Ooh, yeah, this is exactly what the collective has been experiencing. Even prior to the lunar eclipse thing, right? Where a lot of people are feeling very much restless or anxious. So it says here, now you're on steadier footing, and this card represents a more settled period ahead. Wow. All right, although the marriage symbol also throws the emphasis on close personal relationships, you are likely to be in demand in business or on the career front, as well as socially. Write out your affirmations and keep them inside your wallet or around the home as a reminder of what you desire. This card also represents harmony across your whole life, and a calmer approach is going to be for the best. See, I told you guys. You will also make some firm decisions which will be in your best interest for the future. Wow. Oh my gosh. And I'm also seeing here as well that, I was just talking about some of you guys might be meeting a new person, all right, a new friend. This is also very much highly, possible for some of you, because it also says that here. Either what's in store for you is that there's going to be wonderful lifelong friends that are coming to enrich your life journey, which is beautiful. And then if it's all about career or finances, it says here your aura is brighter than ever and you will attract some interesting job offers, financial opportunities or gains. Maybe that's why I got stepping into a new experience. So some of you might be actually, getting a job offer all of a sudden, or an enticing opportunity to make money. Okay. You could be at the right place at the right time to be offered that special job, it says here, or even to win some money. Lastly, got the relationship. It says here, time is right for romance. Singles could find love when least expected. Be out and about as much as you can. Some of you guys are going to be joining some dating sites. Not all of you, of course. Or there's a possibility that some of you guys might be kind of like taking the connection to the next level. That's still a possibility for others of you. Or you might also rekindle an old flame, okay? Or rekindling of a connection is still possible for others of you with this marriage card. Okay, so here's what we're going to be doing now. We are going to be pulling up some random advice or message from Spirit. And as usual, we're also going to be pulling up some affirmations they can work with or you can use as well, especially for the month of April, plus crystals of the month, okay? So let's begin with some random messages from Spirit. Any message for the collective, Spirit? Ooh, that's a lot, but we'll get it. All right, we'll get that. Why not? So it says here, reflect and redirect your energy. Right. And that's exactly what we were just talking about earlier. Most especially if you are already sensing that the negative energies are eating you up, or you might be feeling overwhelmed because of the chaotic energies. Take a step back. All right. Shift your focus. Shift your thoughts. Redirect your energy. Right? That's why I always say it's very important that you pay attention to energy. Energy is everything, okay? Everything is energy as well. So it's very important that when you're actually aware of what energy you're embracing all the time or what energy you are experiencing, ask yourself, all right, what can I actually do about this energy that I'm experiencing right now that is within my control, all right? If it's negative, then you have a choice. Shift it towards the positive, right? That's the message I'm getting very, very strongly right now from Spirit for a lot of you. And then it's a time of self-reflection, really, for the collective, most especially for the month of April. What else? You got uncovering treasure. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. Oh, so I'm actually getting here based on this uncovering treasure that maybe something is just really going to be making sense as well for the month of April, even if it's like really chaotic or there's a lot of heavy energies that some of us are going to be experiencing. It's like there's a blessing behind the turmoil. It's more of like what I'm hearing when I saw this card, all right? Or I'm also hearing very, very strongly from Spirit that instead of looking at the negative side of things, of what you are experiencing, find the beauty, all right? There is a treasure in every, or there's a lesson. There is actually beauty in every particular experience. Wow. Let's try to pull it more. Begin now, it says here. Take your first step. So with a begin now, take your first step. Wow, you got stepping into a new experience card earlier. So some of you guys, either you are ready to start something new. Remember, you got the marriage card. This marriage card is also talking about either a business commitment or this is actually a new friend that you might be meeting. I also got that earlier, all right? You might be meeting new people. There's really something about the energy of new beginnings as well. Others of you, you are being encouraged to take a leap of faith or to take the first step so that you can finally achieve your dreams. Otherwise, if you're just going to be staying where you are right now, you're playing things safe, nothing is going to happen. But remember you guys, the advice from Spirit is not to make hasty decision, all right? The advice from Spirit is to make sure that you reflect on it first, carefully, before you take action. All right, so let's pull up this deck. Any other advice or message for the collective? Partnership. Okay. It says here, teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner up with. Build up a talented support team. So I feel that this is also a month for the collective to be looking into those connections that are aligned to your core values. Are you actually the connection where there's balance? All right? Because sometimes we have the tendency to be forcing relationships or connections. I used to be doing that, okay? But I realized that it's not helpful. So I'm getting here that this is an advice for some of you guys. Make sure that you allow yourself to be surrounded with like-minded people who's actually on the same page with you, all right? Or people who's really going to be supportive of you in your journey as well. That's why I got this partnership card. Let's try to pull up another message. Let's try this one. Message from the universe deck. Let's see. All right. It says here the past is behind you now. So drop the fear. You got the fear card earlier, you guys. This is crazy. So again, it says here the past is behind you now. So drop the fear and doubts. Even though you may feel a little uncomfortable at the moment and slightly anxious over what is coming next, you are being urged to bring yourself back to the present moment. See? Your recent prayers have been heard and are currently being worked out on. Whoa. So this is quite interesting. Remember, we were just talking about the Mercury retrograde effect and all that, which is also happening this April. So I feel that for the month of April, some of you guys are really going to be hunted by the past. You even got a message earlier with the marriage card that there is a possibility of rekindling an old, partnership or connection. But then again, it depends. This is a collective reading, all right? But I feel with this message over here, I'm getting very strongly now that there is a tendency that some of you guys will be hunted by the past. And so Spirit is saying, do not allow the past to hinder you, all right? Or to prevent you to become in the present, or to be in the present, rather, to be in the present moment. And that's why it says here, the past is behind you now. Drop the fear and doubts, all right? So it even says here, even though you may feel a little uncomfortable at the moment and slightly anxious over what's coming next, maybe that's why I got the patience card, you are being urged to bring yourself back to the present moment. Be here right now. Be in the present moment. Don't try to control the situation. Don't try to jump towards the future right away. Be here, right now. Okay? Wow. I can't believe this. I love the synchronicity of this reading, you guys. I really do. And yeah, with the messages that says something around being uncomfortable, feeling anxious, that's exactly what we were just talking about. And a lot of people have been experiencing that prior to the lunar eclipse effect, right? Or to the lunar eclipse season that we just got. Whoa. Anyway, so let's actually pull up some affirmations that you can actually work out on as well. Number 5, and it says, I am adaptable. Flexibility is your forte. When life throws you a curveball, you can easily adapt to new circumstances and find excitement in the unexpected change. Be brave and be bold in your endeavors. I am adaptable. So somebody also needed to hear that. Maybe some of you guys are actually kind of like struggling in embracing changes that has already occurred in your life. And so I feel the collective is being encouraged to really embrace it, okay? Instead of running away from these changes. Because these changes are necessary for our highest growth, or for our deepest for our highest good, as well as for our growth, rather, okay? So I feel that maybe it's about time to be more open and to be more flexible around changes that are actually already happening or that are about to happen as well. And that's why your affirmation is, I am adaptable. Okay, let's get another affirmation. What else? Emotional health, right? every card that I'm pulling up, gosh. Because like what I said, a lot of people are feeling anxious. A lot of people are feeling emotionally overwhelmed. That's why it really pushed me. My guides really wanted me to come up with a reading around stress. Okay? And that's why prior to this, I came up with a reading around that, around stress. Ooh, now we got emotional health. So let's actually read your affirmation. It says here, I am transparent. What you see is what you get. And I love that about myself. Okay, now this is quite interesting. I feel that part of the healing work for some of you guys is that starting this month of April, or as you are watching this right here, right now, for those who are resonating with, you're having a hard time embracing authenticity. Maybe this is part of your healing, okay? Because I feel as well that for the month of April, a lot of people are going to be doing some shadow work, okay? Shadow healing as well. Maybe there is a need for a lot of the collective to be purging or releasing what is no longer serving them, which is preventing them, like what I said, from becoming their best version of themselves or becoming more positive, or preventing, their soul from growing. So I'm getting here that for some of you guys, this is actually a time to do some shadow work, especially around authenticity. Because that's what it says there. I am transparent. What you see is what you get. And I love that about myself. This is a time as well for the collective to start embracing themselves. Embracing who they truly are. Okay? And embracing authenticity. Also, when you're coming from a space of authenticity, notice that you're doing things or you're choosing things that are aligned to your deepest truth. A good example would be connections, right? In the past, I used to stay in a connection that I'm not really comfortable, to be quite honest. And I'm just staying there because I don't want to disappoint someone, even though I don't feel comfortable with that person, or I don't feel that this connection is bringing me balance anymore. But I just stay just because of I really don't want to disappoint this person or this individual. And that is a sign that you're not being your authentic self, because you're just doing things either you're forced to. So I feel somebody needed to hear that. That's why you got this message. I am transparent. What you see is what you get. And I love that about myself. Be your true self. Speak your truth. All right? I feel this is part of the change that the collective is being nudged to do. All right? Instead of staying in a connection that you know deep down is not making you happy anymore, or there's not much balance anymore in the connection, or you're not aligned with this person in terms of frequency. A lot of people, they're having a hard time, understanding that. I notice in my situation, there are past people coming back, or there are people who's trying to force a connection with me. And it's not to say that I don't like to be with them, but it's just that we are actually not on the same page anymore. Most especially if you are actually trying to allow yourself to grow. Because there's some people, unfortunately, who allow themselves to be stuck where they are. And they're preventing you from growing. But sometimes, notice, even past, and I'm talking about past connections, notice that when you look back, those past people that you used to be hanging out with, they're not on the same page with you anymore. They're not resonating with you anymore. And that is only normal. That is only normal, because that only means that they are from a different timeline now. You are from a different timeline now. And you need to keep on going. You need to respect each other's journey instead of forcing things to happen, instead of forcing this person to stay in your life. Right? Somebody needed to hear that message. I don't know what that for, but I really heard that right now from Spirit. But anyway, let's actually get your crystal, okay, for the month of April. But then again, for the month of April, the birthstone, it's diamond, if I'm not mistaken. But you can also work with clear quartz. All right. Wow. Well, you already got a crystal over here, which is cinnabar. So let's read it. And it says manifestation, wealth, inspiration. Known as the alchemist stone, cinnabar is a crystal used to enhance metaphysical abilities, call in abundance, and manifest your heart's desire. Cinnabar's name originated from the Persian word meaning dragon's blood and refers to the tiny red gem sprinkled across the stone. This crystal is powerful in enhancing your life force, giving you the stamina you need to carry out your tasks and go after the things that can feel larger than life. Cinnabar grounds and encourages you while you reach beyond what you believe was possible. So yeah, for some of you guys, you may actually want to work with Cinnabar, which is really good when it comes to manifestation or for wealth as well. So there you go. I hope that this reading gave you some insight or a sneak peek of what to expect this coming month of April. Alright, like what I said, don't be, surprised if the energies are still turbulent, alright? But it's a case-to-case basis anyway. Some people, they're not really going to be feeling that, heavy effect, whether it's around their sign, or astrological effect, whatever. But it's very important that every time you feel very much, overwhelmed, in which in this case, I feel that majority of the collective would be experiencing that. It's really, really important to take a step back. It's really important to ground, all right? Detach from the noises of the outside world, detach from negativity. Don't be afraid to detach from people as well, all right? I know that I will be disappointing a lot of people, okay? I have disappointed so many people in the past because I decided to break free from the connection. And I don't expect them to understand me, all right? But sometimes you really need to detach from certain type of people. People who are not on the same page with you anymore. People who only bring you negativity. People who's not really going to bring you any balance. Pay attention to that, all right? Most especially nowadays with the heaviness that everybody's experiencing, you have to pay attention to the energies. You have to pay attention to what you're embracing all the time. Who do you allow into your life? Who needs to stay? Who needs to be let go of, right? So yeah, and this is not selfish. If this is going to give you peace of mind, if this is actually going to make you feel at peace and more centered, if this is actually going to be making you feel happy even, do so, all right? Don't be afraid. Everybody's going to be disappointing other people, right? If you're here to please people, I tell you, you would only feel disappointed and hurt. I used to be doing that. I always please people, right? But, sometimes we really need to do what is aligned to our truth, even if it will actually hurt someone. Instead of forcing things to happen, instead of pretending as if that, okay, I'm just going to stay in this connection just because I feel bad for this person, or I feel sorry for this person, or I got used to it. I'm just going to stay, even if there are so many red flags that you're seeing, even if there's a lot of toxicity that you've already been picking up, think again, right? Somebody really needed to hear that message, okay? Because I'm hearing it right now very, very strongly from Spirit. And so, yeah, and it's very important because this is for your growth, all right? It's about time to wake up. It's about time to wake up. And maybe it's about time to face the truth. Anywho, that's all I have. I hope that this reading is of big help to a lot of you. And I wish you all a blessed April. Bye-bye.